What if you could step into a home that feels both timeless and perfectly tailored to modern life, where every corner breathes the quiet luxury of East Coast elegance and classical craftsmanship? Walking into this foyer feels like stepping into the heart of a timeless East Coast spring estate, where every detail whispers calm and refinement. Soft daylight spills through tall windows, washes across stone and wood, and wraps you in a warm embrace. The air feels still yet alive, as if the room itself has been waiting for this moment, and you can almost hear the quiet creak of floorboards beneath your feet and the faint rustle of flowers on the console. The long gallery-like entry unfolds like a comfortable embrace, drawing you gently forward while the light plays along the floor and walls. You feel the soft grain of the rug underfoot, the cool touch of stone against your ankles, and the warmth of the sun on your shoulders as it filters through the tall mullioned windows. The air carries a quiet elegance, like a lived-in storybook, where every corner feels both familiar and full of possibility. Looking up into the vaulted hall, you feel surrounded by quiet grandeur, as though the room expands upward just enough to remind you of something slightly larger than everyday life. The daylight flows like a soft, golden ribbon across the ceiling and down the walls, catching the slight roughness of the plaster and the richness of the dark oak. Standing there, you feel calm and cradled, as if the space itself were gently holding its breath with you. The light from the French doors washes the stone floor in a soft, bluish glow, turning the hall into a bridge between inside and outside. You can almost feel the cool touch of the stone underfoot, hear the faint hum of the garden beyond the glass, and smell lilacs drifting in with the breeze. The room feels both grounded and open, like a quiet interlude between the busy world and the peaceful sanctuary of home. The coffered ceiling seems to cradle the room, giving it a sense of quiet intimacy despite its height. The exposed beams and pale walls catch the daylight in soft, uneven patches, while the dark floor feels rich and inviting underfoot. You can almost feel the texture of the linen-upholstered settee as you imagine sinking into it, the wool rug muffling your steps, and the whole hall humming with a gentle, unhurried calm. From the unseen gallery, the staircase below feels like the spine of the house, strong and steady, drawing your eyes down into the heart of the home. The checkerboard stone floor glows with soft reflections, and the tall windows frame bands of light that stretch across the room like golden ribbons. You can almost feel the smooth coolness of the limestone under your palm and the warmth of the sun on your back, as if the space itself were inviting you to pause and stay a while. The little alcove feels like a secret corner of the house, tucked away yet deeply connected to the rest of the home by the soft spill of light. The window seat beckons you to sit, to curl up with a book and let the afternoon wash over you in quiet waves. Everything feels grounded and calm, from the low hum of the room to the way the sunlight brushes against the wood and the pale stone, wrapping you in a gentle, protective warmth. The axial view through the hall feels like slipping into a story where every doorway promises something new yet familiar. The light flows from room to room, soft and warm, tracing the lines of the moldings and the edges of the floor. You can almost feel the muffled echo of footsteps on the dark wood, the faint rustle of fabric on the sofas, and the comfortable sense that this space has known laughter, quiet conversations, and long afternoons of rest. The softly curved gallery feels like a gentle invitation to wander, to let your hand trail along the smooth wall and feel the quiet resilience of the stone and wood. The lanterns sit low, their reflections like small pools of warmth on the dark floor, and the light from the tall windows spreads across the hall in soft, shifting bands. You can almost feel the faint coolness of the air near the glass and the warmth of the sun on your collarbone, as if the space were breathing along with you. The low-angle view makes the hall feel expansive yet safe, as if the room were built to hold you rather than to impress. The smooth plaster ceiling and the subtle grain of the wood under your feet create a sense of grounded luxury, while the soft daylight wraps the walls in a pale, golden tone. You can almost feel the roughness of the stone border under your fingertips and the softness of the rug, as if the entire space were quietly saying, "Stay a little longer." The gallery-like entry feels like a slow, unhurried breath, each step cushioned by the deep rug and the soft tone of the day. You can hear the faint hum of activity outside the glass, while the light from the tall, arched windows spills over the floor and the low-slung chairs, turning them into islands of warmth and calm. The air feels cool where the shade falls and warm where the sun touches, wrapping you in a quiet rhythm that feels both timeless and deeply personal. The softly curved hall feels like a gentle arc in the story of your day, leading you from one moment to the next with quiet ease. The low built-in benches invite you to pause, to rest your hands on the smooth leather and feel the grain of the wood beneath your fingers. The herringbone floor glows with the warm light streaming through the tall windows, creating a sense of sheltered serenity, as if the room itself were quietly holding space for your thoughts and your quiet contemplation. This space isn't just about grand staircases and stone floors. It's about learning how to build calm, dignity, and warmth into the very feel of a home, so every day unfolds with a little more grace and a lot less noise.